everyone, and welcome to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. I'm Dixie, along with my husband Fred, Aaron Porter, and Glenn Gobrecht, and we're here today to bring you this week's yoga practice. Well, we're celebrating spring this week with our focus on springtime animals and springtime flowers and blossoms. It's just to me, one of the most beautiful times of year. And I know a lot of times when Fred and I are coming back this way, we often marvel at all the animals we see along the way. Like just today we saw squirrels and deer and geese and ducks. And I always tease Fred, I said, I'm looking for the St. Bartholomew's bear. One of these days maybe I'll see a bear pup. But we've also seen an eagle one day and hawks, so there's always something out and about on our travel to St. Bartholomew's. Even on a rainy, cold day, even on a bright, sunny day, we usually get a little touch of nature. So as we enjoy this incredible beauty of God's creation, we grow aware that God's presence is everywhere. As we talk with Him in prayer, and we're present to listen to Him, when we read the scripture, we can enjoy fellowship with Him anytime and anywhere. So what does the Bible say about springtime? The season is a time of warming weather and nature coming back to life as flowers bloom and animals are born. We are reminded of the innocence and beauty that exists in the world, and that new life is all around us. As Christians, we are given new life and new mercies every morning. Spring provides a wonderful reminder to us that we should be living a full life and leaving the old dead parts of our life behind. There is always hope during the coldest, darkest winters of our life. Spring will come, and new life of all sorts come forth. I have something else I'd like to share with you. A lot of times I talk about grounding our foot and feeling that ground underneath us, and seeing that all parts of our foot are pressed in, all four parts. And I came across something that really applies to this and today's practice. To ground is to pour your energies back into the earth and feel the warm calm of nature entering your body in exchange. So if you can think back to a time when you might have had a grounding experience, being barefoot outside, maybe even stepping into a cold, bubbling brook, maybe squishy mud, the soft grass, maybe the hard stones underneath your feet, thinking of those grounding experiences. Right now, we're going to share our two scriptures for today. I've asked Glenn and Aaron to read their scriptures, so if they come up, and I'm going to ask them to take their mask off so we can hear them a little better.
I'm going to share with you the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. For behold, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth, the time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land.
Is from Genesis 1, verse 14. And God said, let there be light in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for the seasons and for the days and the years.
Thank you, Aaron and Glenn. We're going to start out our practice this morning by just a short intentional walk, being mindful of the grounding of our feet, and in your mind's way, taking you back to a pleasant nature grounding experience you may have in the past. So if you're at your mat, step off and let's do 3 intentional paths around our mat, thinking about a time of grounding. I'm going to ask Fred if he would do our drum chime, and we'll start with a little bit of breathing today. Okay, we're just going to take a breath in for a count of 4. Let's bring our hands up as we do it. So inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, arms come down. 2, 3, 4. And let's do 4 more of these. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. And hold, and exhale. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. It kind of makes the experience a little deeper. Breathe in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Good job. And just taking a second here to slow down, recenter ourselves, thinking about a grounding experience through the feet. The feet are available. A time when you felt that joy, that squish, that moisture, that wetness, that coldness, that freshness of nature around us. And then let your hands come down to your side. We're going to start in the mountain pose. So our feet are about hip distance apart. And we're going to warm up again with some breathing and also using our arms. So we're going to do a little bit of a knee bend. Arms go up, breathe in, and then we're going to exhale and turn to our right. Pause just a moment. Next inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, bend to the left. Hold in just a minute. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms go up. And this time we're going to bend forward. Tuck your chin and let yourself fall forward in a slow way down towards your toes. Let your head hang heavy and let yourself move your torso from side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And slowly come back up again. Once again, just taking a moment to come back and center. Maybe notice the grounding that you have with your feet, how they feel on the mat when you're in the mountain position. And once more, taking a breath and a sweep up with a bent knee. Inhale. Exhale and turn to your right. Inhale, come back up. And exhale and turn to your left. Inhale, come up. Next, in exhale, we're going to once again bend forward slowly, tucking our chin. Maybe we go a little deeper this time, a little closer to the floor, whatever is right for you. And once again, let your torso move at your waist. And let your head and neck get that stretch. Walk your hands over to the right foot, and if you're able, come around and let your hands grab at your right ankle area, behind your ankle. Taking a deep breath in here, and down. And 2 more breaths here. And let your hands release from your ankle, walk back to the center. Once again with the head, do a little motion here, a yes and a no. And now take those hands over to the left side, to the left ankle, and hold the left side. Taking a deep breath in. And out. And 2 more breaths here. And releasing your hands from your ankle or walking them back to the center. And very slowly rising up. To your center position. We're going to do the motion where we push our hip out to the left side and give it a little push out there so you can feel the difference. Now we're going to get strong in that foot and push up and straighten it again. So we're standing with our left foot straight. Hands can stay at prayer position, or you can put them on your waist or wherever it's easier. But we're going to be lifting our right leg. 1, foot is flexed. 2, 3, and 4. This time we're going to point and lift for 4. So point your toe. And do another 4 lifts. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now this time we're going to do our ankle, an ankle circle to the right. Once again, if 4 is good for you, do 4. If you need more or less, adjust. And then to the other side. And then down. And now we're going to bring our knee up, right knee up, and take it to the right side and open, and bring it back. Bring it up, oops, and open. And then back to center. We're going to get strong in that left leg again. If you need to give it a little bit of break and move it a little bit, please do. I'm going to step off of my mat as we prepare for tree pose. So with again, tree pose, you want to really work on the grounding of your left foot, and you can choose whatever position is best for you. You can keep your foot on your toe here at your ankle. You can bring it up to your calf, or you can grab it and bring it all the way up to your thigh if you'd like to do that. And also find your focus or your drishti, and let's give this a try. Good job. Breathing in and out here. Focused and grounded. Good things. If you're able to bring your hands to heart center, please do. You're able to let those arms go up and let those tree bloom go ahead. And then just let it come down, back to heart center, and put that foot down. And give your left foot a little break here. Okay, I'm going to step back on the mat now. And we're going to do the same to the other side. So a little hip out to the side here with the right. And then push into that right foot, ground into it. And we're going to lift the left foot in the same manner we did with our right. So whatever's easiest for you. 4 lifts with a foot flexed. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now a pointed foot. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do the ankle circles, whatever's good for you. 4 in each direction, more or less, doesn't matter. And back the other way. And then we're going to point that foot again and open that leg out to the left. And then back, down, point, and open like a door. And then preparing. Once again, I'm going to step off the mat, getting that drishti, and maybe one side's easier for you with your tree pose, but getting strong into that right foot, picking your position for your left and your focus. Remember, the legs should be out open to the side. When you're ready, hands to heart center. When you're ready, your tree blooms. Beautiful. I wish you could see the beautiful trees in this room. Wonderful. Looking good, everybody. And then let your blossoms fall all the way down for a forward fold. Let those hands just sweep from side to side. Front and back and side to side. And then slowly work yourself back up. And we're just going to take a little trip to the ocean with some little bit of waves here. So we're going to do this type of motion where it's a little bend the knee and sweep up. And then we're going to come down and swoosh it almost like a chair pose behind us. So we're going to do like 10 of those. So come on up, inhale. Exhale and swoosh. That's 1. Inhale and up. Exhale and whoosh. 2. 3. Yes. 4. You can go as fast or as slow as what feels good to you. We're halfway there. Next time you come up, hands come to heart center. Maybe you want to put your hand on your heart. Mine's beating a little faster with that activity, but it feels good. And we're going to come down to the mat. If you need to grab a drink, please do. Remember, Spring, you need to stay hydrated just like any other time, so meet me here on the mat. We're going to start by doing the cobbler pose or the butterfly pose, since we're talking about springtime animals today. And by the way, I have seen a few butterflies. Nothing spectacular, mostly the white ones, but I have seen a few butterflies. So, back is nice and straight, soles of the feet are together, and we're going to work on getting our hips loosened up here. So, lifting the legs up and down. You can hold your feet at the ankles, or if you're more comfortable, putting them down closer to the toes. Whatever feels best for you. This feels best for me. Working those hips. The other thing with some of these positions, especially with the animal positions, is some of them are what's called yin yoga, which helps open up and stretch the muscles, and you hold them for a longer period of time, which if you find that this is not comfortable for you, please adjust and make it so it's more comfortable. Don't overdo it. So just a few more breaths here with this butterfly, because remember, we really want to loosen up those hips today. Recheck your posture. How are you doing with that? How's your breathing doing? And then come into a place of stillness here, just for a moment. If you can let your legs fall open towards the floor or the mat for a final good stretch here. Deep breath in and out. Let your chin come to chest. We're going to keep the left leg just like it is towards our front, but this right leg, we're going to take it behind us in what's called the deer pose. So, did I say, yes, the right leg is back behind us, the left leg is out front. And the proper way is that your sits bones should be on the mat. It's a little hard to do, so you adjust what's good for you. And if you need to use a pillow or a little bit of a blanket rolled up, you can. If you need to put a little bit of something under your knee, it does pull there as well. But this is called the deer pose, or also Carrie used to call it zigzag legs. So maybe you can imagine, since we're going to hold this just a little while, you can imagine a time where you might have seen a deer. Perhaps they didn't have zigzag legs like this, but still you can kind of imagine the pose with them laying down with their long legs. Breathing in and out. We're going to take our left hand, put it on our right knee, and we're going to take our right hand and put it behind us and do a twist, looking over that right shoulder. We're going to hold this for a little bit too. Remember to breathe in and out. One more big breath here. Breathing in for 4. as you exhale, let yourself come away from that twist. And we're going to take our right hand, put it on our left knee, and once again, do a twist looking the opposite direction over our left shoulder. You can release it and come back to center. And also, the way to get out of this is to just swing your leg out straight and bring it around. If you need to do a little bit of movement, some of you might have a little discomfort in the top, the dorsal part of your foot or your knee, please do. I see someone working their hip a little bit. We can do that too. But our in-betweener here, before we go to our other side, is we're going to recline and bring your knees into your chest. And you can do some windshield wipers from side to side. And let your hands go out to side and let your knees fall to your right. Big breath in here and out. Coming back to center. Hugging those knees in one more time. And then letting them fall to the left. And back to center. And one more time with the knees to chest. And however you want to rock and roll and come back up to that butterfly position while we do it to the other side. Once again, soles of the feet together. Really working those thighs, muscles today and stretching. We'll take 2 more breaths here before we transfer to our deer position. This time, the right foot stays in front and the left foot comes behind. And once again, like anything else in yoga, one side might be more comfortable than the other side. But just let yourself breathe into this. Knowing you're going to be here a little while, but not too terribly long. Sit bones should be on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking that right hand and putting it on the left thigh. Left hand comes behind and we do a twist looking over our left shoulder. Breathing in here deeply. And out. In. And out. One more big breath here. As you breathe out, let yourself come back to center. One breath here. And we're going to turn the other direction. Left hand goes on right knee and look over that right shoulder. You can release and come back to center again. And let yourself come out of that position by bringing your legs around. And once again, I think it might be a good idea for us to lay back and bring those knees into our chest. And a little turn from side to side. Then coming back up to a seated position. This time we're going to move on to the tortoise position. I'll never forget the time Fred and I were going home and we saw a snapping turtle along the road. It was a large one, and it's almost like seeing a dinosaur when you see a snapping turtle because they're so prehistoric looking. It's like seeing a stegosaurus. So here we are. We have our feet on the floor, our knees are bent. We take our right arm up and we bring it down and around and hold our ankle. We bring our left arm up and go in this area and hold our ankle. What is more grounding than a turtle? A turtle spends most of the time, you don't see a turtle climbing up a tree, or I never saw one. I have seen a turtle swim, but yes. And also when I was reading, and I'm always reading and trying to learn more to share with you, if you have someone that has anger issues, this is a good way to get rid of anger. Coming into this little position of like a sanctuary or a quiet place, this tortoise position. So take a good breath in and out. If you have anything that's bothering you, now's the time to let it go. Breathe in and out. Another breath in and out. You can release this and return to your mat in tabletop position. Tabletop position, the knees are about hip distance apart, hands are spread wide, wrists are, of course they're on top of your hands, but the shoulders are over your wrists. You want to be squared up pretty good, and putting pressure into all parts of your hands, not just some of them, to all parts. But let your tail wag a little bit from side to side here. And then coming to stillness, we're going to breathe in and do our cat-cows. So as you breathe in, let your belly drop, gaze looks up. As you exhale, draw that navel into your spine and push away from the mat. Spine goes up. Inhale, belly drops. Gaze looks up. Exhale, cat. And one more in each direction at your own pace and comfort. Now I'll meet you back at stillness. We're going to bring